Should I clear space for Samuel then?
If you like, but he won't use it.
Why?
He can't sleep in regular beds anymore, or that's what he says. Says he was in the Navy too long. Can you believe it?
Oh.
That pile of wood out there? It's a hovel he built from an old rowboat. I had a sailor for a boyfriend once. He thought he'd strike gold digging in the Pandician cliffs. They found his ship drifting empty.
Are you a nobleman, Corvo? No one seems to know much about you. By your bearing, I'd say so. Lord Pendleton's great-grandfather took a Sokonan chambermaid to wife. On second thought, the story doesn't bear repeating. Even the finest blood can go bad here and there.
Deals are made here, sometimes under the influence of wine, and sometimes the influence is the point of a knife. Before the sun rises, they toss any casualties into the river, men or hound. They all go in. They top off the wine with river water, but eventually someone swoons.
Well, let's get down to
Then
it.
fresh bottles are
First
fetched
off,
from the
I
cellars.
know that assassination is dark business, but sometimes good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is clear. We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Kaldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you. Another thing. Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin. He's one of us, and if you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can. He's a master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. It'd be good to have him back here at the Hound Pits.
Corvo. Hello. I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me. But my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison. And I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession. Before you became an assassin.
She is Callista Kernow. She has learned to defend herself in this treacherous city. She and her uncle, the last of the Kernow family. Their fate rests on your effort, on the strength of your hands and of your heart. Samuel Beechworth went to sea to forget a hopeless love. He succeeded.
When you want to set up... Just wondering, sir, if you thought about perhaps seeing Piero before venturing into the Overseer's nest. I'd recommend going with the best gear you can get together. Ready to go? Just give the signal. It'll be a rough trip. Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left. The City Watch still holds the bigger streets, and they've set up those wall of light checkpoints. A man walks through one of those, and he ends up burned to a crisp. Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory. Then there are the real odd birds living on the fringes, like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts. Don't know which is worse. Just take your pick.
Let's go. It's nearly midnight. But easy, damn it. Keep him in the boat. Canal's got enough shit in it as it is.
Hey!
What is it?
I think that last one was moving.
What?
The city's dead.
Not possible.
Make it
I
3 more
inspected them
months.
myself. Keep working.
Well, he ain't moving no more. Hey, 1, 2, 3.
Good. Keep them coming.
Disgusting.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. John Clavering Boulevard has been designated a restricted travel area. Any citizens are liable to search or imprisonment. at the discretion of the City Watch.
Better them than us. At least some of them had money. Jim!
Dunwall citizens, this is a special announcement from our Honorable Lord Regent.
This is the Lord Regent speaking. It is with regret that I announce that my term as Lord Regent has been extended through the month of harvest and potentially beyond. In addition, in this continuing crisis, the overseers of of the everyman remain in service to the state and are empowered to enforce order whenever and wherever necessary. We owe our thanks to High Overseer Campbell for the generous loan of their services.
Uppity overseer bastards. Are you crazy? They can hear anything you say. I don't give
Let me out. I'm fine.
Take my business over there.
That's not what we
strictures bullshit. Don't be stupid. I've been watching how they operate.
And there's an inspection fee.
The City Watch owns these streets. That's not gonna change.
Attention Dunwall citizens, this is a special announcement from our Honorable Lord Regent.
This is the Lord Regent speaking. It is with regret that I announce that my term as Lord Regent has been extended through the month of harvest and potentially beyond. In addition, in this continuing crisis, the overseers of the Abbey of the Everyman remain in service to the state and are empowered to enforce order whenever and wherever necessary. We owe our thanks to High Overseer Campbell for the generous loan of their services.
You hagfish. Anyone there?
Keep away, or I'll slit your record for you.
Cross the line and have your throat cut.
Garbage, 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 garbage. All of it. Garbage, 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 garbage. All of it. I think the little birdies are... Dear? Is that you, my dear husband? My... If I was a bird, I'd want to eat that. Yes, I would.
Be careful, Corvo. They call her Granny Rags. You wouldn't recognize her real name, or even the name of her family, but an emperor begged for her hand once, and rich young men fought each other for her favor. I watched her consider them all, measure their worth, and find them wanting. Then, she made a different choice. You're on your way to face the High Overseer, the leader of a great cult dedicated to loathing me. What will you do, I wonder?
I think the little birdies are sad.
Let us in, Granny.
I bet you can't even hear us.
Come on, let's get this guy! Get a shank in his eye! Come closer, bastard!
You never listen.
That settles that.
If I was a birdie, I'd want to eat that. Yes, I would.
You're on your way to face...
They are burning whales. The doom of Pandysia has come to the city.
I think the little birdies are sad today.
Let us in, Granny.
Have it your way. We're here to take your money, Granny. We're wasting our time. How much could she have?
Come on! Kick in his teeth! I'm gonna loot your corpse! Please!
Oh, my dear. I knew you'd help me with those ill-mannered boys. My brave man. Listen, Granny has a birthday present for you. I got it from the outsider, and now I'm giving it to you. Go on. It's upstairs. On the vanity. I think you'll cut a nice figure with it. Remember how we used to dance? Our parties were even grander than those at the Boyle Manor. Everyone wanted to come. I told you the knives go on the left. They've always gone on the left. You never listened. I hope you like the little gift I got for you. It's the least I could do for turning those louts away. I can't bear these Bottle Street children. Ruffians, every last one of them. Rotten apples. And that slack jaw is the worst of the lot. You know what I just thought of? You could do something else for me. Another little favor. And I'd give you another present. Another lovely rune carved from the bones of a dead whale. Do you remember my doctor, dear? Dr. Galvani? Now there was a clever man. He's got all sorts of nasty rat guts and disease in his laboratory. Wouldn't it be a shame if some of that mess found its way into the Bottle Street Gang's elixir still? That'd teach him. See to it, dear. I'll find you another But they're shy. You'll have to go, or they won't come.
The river rushed in when the barrier broke. The whole district went dark.
Cross the line and have your throat cut. What the? No, I'm trapped. No one there. One of us. Let me out! I'm trapped! Hey!
I owe you, brother. I want to ask about the mask. I wouldn't want my face seen either, pulling a stunt like that. You know what? I'll return the favor. Come by Griff's shop. That's my business. Well, it was, at one time, but now I'm reduced to scavenging things from here and there as the city dies. If you need anything, I wouldn't mind trading for a little money. Maybe someday the plague will blow over and everything will go back to normal. But until then, it's scavenging for me. Want to look at some of the things I found? Good prices, I swear. Those Bottle Street boys have no idea where I keep the best loot. So come by when you can.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. John Clavering Boulevard has been designated a restricted travel area. Any citizens are liable to search or imprisonment at the discretion of the City Watch.
What was that? That better not be a joke. What the fuck? Get him! Dump you in the river.
Wait, did you... What was that? Oh, no!
ordinary rat. But in what respect? Its size and the coarseness of its fur, and I believe in intelligence, although the experiments there are not complete. Coriander's zoological survey describes only the ordinary rat, which means plague rats have only been here for 5 or 7 years at most. This was not a gradual migration. Could they have been introduced on purpose? Perhaps. Foreign power.
Eyes sharp. Call out to each other if you spot him. Check everywhere. We know you're here. Dice. Can't stay hidden forever. I'll find you, you hagfish. He's here!
Attention, Dunwall citizens. The following businesses have been closed and impounded by the state due to contamination. Barrows, barbershop, and surgery. The Duke and Dancer Ale House. Maris Christie Surgery. Pennywood Tack and Saddle Emporium. Pembroke Street.
Get back now. We're losing here. Come on! Where you go, got this bastard! Get a shot at a time! Let's get this one! I'm gonna feed you to the rat! sneaks in. You know Eddie. Brilliant at it when he's sober. What him? I know something. Somebody, get over here! I want to dump you in the river after I fight you. No one killed one of us. Come on, let's get this guy! Spread out. Somebody, give me a hand.
I knew you wouldn't disappoint me. Now I can stroll along the waterfront in peace. And don't think I've forgotten your little gift. Go on upstairs, dear one. I told him, peel it off. Peel it off so we can breathe. That will never wash. Never, never, never.
Come on up. The more people die, the cheaper it gets.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. John Clavering Boulevard has been designated a restricted travel area. Any citizens are liable to search or imprisonment at the discretion of the City Watch.
second day is when the skin really starts to come all the way off. Is that true?
What a sight you are in that mask. I know who you are and what you're here to do. And I can help. Unlock me and I'll buy you a drink in a couple of days. By the void, I'll buy you 100 drinks. I have poor circulation and I seem to have Feels good to stand up straight. Thank you, Corvo. What you're here to do tonight is of the highest importance. We've got to find Emily, so kill Campbell and make it quick. Once it's done, search his body for the journal, his notorious black book, and get out of there. Campbell is meeting with a guard named Kurnow, and word from my informant is that Campbell is going to poison him. Maybe you can use that to your advantage. All right, I won't be of any help here, so I'll make my own way back to the Hound Pits pub. If I see Samuel the boatman, I'll tell him to pick you up in the backyard, behind the office of the High Overseer. May all the spirits guide you, and may our enemy's head hit the floor without you taking a scratch. Dies.
I was just reading in the archive about the Heretic's brand. It sounds painful. Have you ever seen the ritual?
I've never seen the Heretic's brand used. No, it's a rare occurrence. But I did spy the face of one so branded. A former member of the...
Someone get over! Take out his legs! everything.
Okay, he got
We're
away.
not taking this one alive! Assassin, help! Get behind him! A promotion for the man who kills this one! Is it something real? Take this!
Guard, for me! Take it! Whiskey for a week if you kill him! Watch out! Fire! Come on, please! Got you now! Assassin, help! Guards, to me! You're gonna bleed, damn you!
Rot in the void! The man you ended was a friend of mine, jackass.
May all the spirits guide you, and may our enemy's head hit the floor without you taking a scratch.
I was just reading in the archives about the heretics of the land. It sounds painful.
Have you ever seen the ritual? I've never seen the heretics brand used. No, it's a rare occurrence. But I did spy the face of one so branded. A former member of our order, of course. Out on a retreat, we passed through...
Get behind him now! A promotion for the man who kills this one! Assassin, help! I'll find you. Assassin, help! Your blood will be ours! To me! Die, damn it!
For the outsider himself has these 5 attributes by which he hopes to defeat the righteous. He is patient, for he waits every hour.
Overseer Sturgis, my youngest sister lives with my wife and me, but does not cook or clean. She thinks on curious stuff. And only yesterday she spoke of a wish to read a book. What shall I do?
This is very troubling. For such a young lady is easy prey to the outsider, if not already within his grasp. Watch her carefully for signs of it. She may fall into fit. Or be heard into the empty air, or laugh or cry without provocation. Perhaps a disfigured man may come and inquire after.
the side streets.
Bunch of children playing games, that's all it is.
Go! And your niece, Callista, isn't it? I'm very concerned about her.
She'll be found. My men are searching district by district.
The poor girl.
Callista's a resourceful one. Probably found a safe place to hole up in all this chaos.
If my overseers hear any word, I'll come straight to you. Time for drinks. I hope you won't refuse. It'll make this business pass all the quicker. The servants must have been in here. Let me see. It seems I have the wrong one. Not that one. No. Ah, here we are. Now if you'll join me. Men will come get you when we're finished. Keep each other entertained. Meantime.
I don't understand how this got so unpleasant.
Someone get over here!
You! Who are you?
Got his leg!
Take it! An assassin has him! Push him! niece, Callista, isn't it? I'm very concerned about her.
She'll be found. My men are searching district by district.
The poor girl.
Callista's a resourceful one. Probably found a safe place to hole up in all this chaos.
If my overseers hear any word, I'll come straight to you. Time for drinks. I hope you won't refuse. It'll make this business pass all the quicker. Locked? One of the servants must have been in here. Let me see. It seems I have the wrong one. Not that one. No. Ah, here we are. Now if you'll join me. Men will come get you when we're finished. Keep each other entertained. Meantime.
I don't understand how this got so unpleasant.
Oh, I agree. A whore dies and suddenly this. Will you have wine? It's a Tivian red.
Thank you.
What who's been in here? I owe you an apology, Captain. This is hardly the hospitality I planned for you. Well, time to do this the hard way.
What was that, Campbell?
Never mind. It's a stroke of luck for you, Captain. I'm forced to break out the real vintage. Leave the men here. I will have to share with all of them.
Very well, Campbell. As long as we get this little dispute settled.
You see this painting? Believed to be early Sokolov. Something primal in there. The way the brushwork slashes across the canvas.
If you say so, Campbell. I can't say I have an eye for this sort of thing. Give me a good battle scene anytime and I'm happy. Or a man hunting. If there's a pretty lady in it, I don't... Ah!
You see this painting? Believed to be early Sokolov. something primal in there. The way the brushwork slashes across the canvas.
If you say so, Campbell. I can't say I have an eye for this sort of thing. You have my thanks. Though by all rights, I should probably arrest you. You seem familiar, even with that mask on. No matter. This once I'll just go my own way, and you yours.
Curse those fools in Coldridge for letting Corvo get away. Who knows what the man could do now? Hiram, or the Lord Regent, as he asks us to call him now, seems to have faith in all the Sokolov's security devices he's put up all over the city, but I'm not so sure. At least the girl has been moved to a safe place. Visiting her twice a week has given me ample opportunity to inspect the facilities, as they say. So there's an upside.
Okay, you idiot. Guards, to me. You're gonna... I hear you, bastard. Ring the alarm!
Attention! This facility is now in high alert. Lockdown is now in effect. Report to your stations and execute any intruders on sight.
Back to the beginning. It was Martin's plot to break him out of Coldridge Prison. That's clear enough. But why?
Attention! This facility is now in high alert. Lockdown is now in effect. Report to your stations and execute any intruders on sight. Attention! This facility is now in high alert. Lockdown is now in effect. Report to your stations and execute any intruders on sight. Attention! This facility is now in high alert. Lockdown is now in effect. Report to your stations and execute any intruders on sight. Attention! This facility is now in high alert. Lockdown is now in effect. Report to your stations and execute any intruders on sight. Attention! This facility is now in high alert. Lockdown is now in effect. Report to your stations and execute any intruders on sight.
What we have is a man, aged 30 perhaps, slender. Unusual tattooing on the face and chest, probably superstitious heresy. Wearing some sort of industrial mask. We brought him in.
Attention! This facility is now in high alert.
You're one of
Lockdown
Dowd's
is now
march.
in effect. Report to your
God, laugh.
stations and execute any
Give us a
intruders
name.
on sight.
What's wrong with his eyes? Opium? Laudanum? Are you with us? What's he doing? Some kind of fit? He's gone. Here it is. A pen. Hidden in one of his gloves. Subject has administered some kind of poison. The effects seem to have been lethal.
Attention! This facility is now in high alert. Lockdown is now in effect. Report to your stations and execute any intruders on sight.
Someone's been killed. Whiskey for a week is the kill. The blood will be ours. I'll feed your heart to the hounds. I need more. I know you're We'll kill somebody tonight.
Hey, Corvo. It's Samuel. From the way I hear it, Campbell lived a pretty posh life. Maybe it's not my place to say, but men of the faith shouldn't live like barons. Are you ready to go? Okay, let's go. Admiral Havelock and Lord Pendleton are in the courtyard. I expect they'll want to congratulate you.
He's alive. Thank you, Corvo, thank you. My uncle's a good man, and one day he'll prove it. Here. I know you did this for the right reasons, but I want you to take this as a reward. It's an old heirloom one of my aunts gave me.
Going to work. We have to take down the Lord Regent and all of his key
Attention,
allies.
all
You know.
citizens living on the
Yes.
north side of the river.
Hopefully. You did it. Somehow you took down the High Overseer Campbell against the odds. I knew you were our man, Corvo. With Campbell gone, we've hurt the Lord Regent immeasurably. And with Martin back, we'll have the finest strategist alive.
The Lord Regent must be shitting himself in Dunwall Tower.
Yes, and Campbell's journal, let's not forget. Our hope is that in these encoded pages, the location and condition of Emily Caldwin can be discovered. Our entire movement will mean nothing if we can't place the rightful heir on the throne. We must act fast. No doubt the Lord Regent is holding Emily somewhere, waiting to reveal her, to step out as the hero and further cement his regency.
If he doesn't bring the young lady forth soon, there will be infighting among the nobles as to who should succeed the Empress.
Yes, time is against us. But now you should take a well-earned rest, Corvo. We will decipher the contents of the High Overseer's journal and share them with you later.
You're lucky I keep It is every citizen's duty to report
This place
treasonous
will fall
speech
apart in
and
10 minutes
action.
without me.
The state depends on you.
In any case, you can't dismiss me. I went through the books this morning. Now I find mistakes.
Hello, Corvo. I expect Martin will be joining us shortly. I hate to start your day with such a strange matter, but the servants heard something last night, moving through the storm drains beneath the building. Most likely a weeper, the poor bastard. There's no hope for them once the plague gets that far along. Nothing more than a shuffling corpse full of sickness and insects, if you ask me. I'd appreciate you investigating, just to be sure it's not a nosy guardsman that's getting too close. Here's a key to the hatches. I'd send a servant down there, but they'd die of fear on the spot, I'm afraid. Maybe Piero can concoct some sort of sleep poison for your crossbow if you want to go that route.
Ah, hello, Corvo. There are important things we must discuss.